Look, Cynthia, since, I'm going to be fighting Giratina and all, and, both our world and the Distortion World may collapse, I just wanted to tell you that I love YouTube. Oh, hey guys, you're here a little bit earlier than I expected. Hey, it's me, your friendly neighborhood Pokemaniac, coming back at you with quite the harrowing episode of Pokemon Platinum, if I do say so myself. In the last episode, we got all the way through the labyrinth that is the Distortion World, and we kicked Cyrus's spiky blue-haired butt for the last time. And now we are burdened with the task of fighting Giratina and doing it in such a way that our world and the Distortion World don't collapse in on themselves, which I gotta say is quite the task to place on the shoulders of a 10-year-old. Well, you got any encouraging words, Cynthia? I know that the bond you share with your Pokemon is strong. Okay, well, with that, I guess we can't lose with Cynthia's blessing. We better not lose. And without further ado, let's go confront Giratina. Ooh, perspective shift. All right. Ooh, and the pathway reveals itself to us. And here he is, rising from the depths of the Distortion World. It's Giratina. Giratina is quietly eyeing Jake. Ooh, get chills. All right, guys. And with that, let us battle with Giratina. I could not have said it better myself. Oh, say hello to the Distortion World's Giratina. All right, now, it does specify Distortion World's Giratina, which will be important. I will go over that a little bit later, but we have to deal with the beast that is in front of us. Say hello to Giratina with the music and the splash screen. This is the first legendary Pokemon we are coming up against in Pokemon Platinum. Of course, you are not going to be doing this fight in Diamond and Pearl, obviously. There's no Distortion World, so something you don't have to worry about. And let's talk a little bit about this monster of a Pokemon. Giratina, it's going to appear to us at level 47. It is the Ghost and Dragon type, which is, well, at the time, it was a completely unique typing, all right? Later generations, of course, some other Dragon Ghosts make their appearance, but Giratina with the ability to levitate, so your ground moves are not going to hit it. With the moves Ominous Wind, Ancient Power, Dragon Claw, and Shadow Force. So Giratina, it's kind of got the 50-50 split. It's got 2 special attacks, 2 physical attacks. Wanted to lead off with Warbeak so we could get the Intimidate. Its physical attacks, Dragon Claw and Shadow Force, aren't going to do as much damage. And, Warbeak being part normal type is not going to be able to get hit by any ghost type moves, which is super handy. But yeah, so this is the first legendary we are facing. And if we go over here to our Pokeballs, we do have the Master Ball that we obtained from Cyrus back at Galactic HQ, but I do not recommend using your Master Ball on Giratina. Not that Giratina's not worth it or anything, it's just there's another Pokemon later on that having a Master Ball will make that so much smoother of a process. But what we do have are Quick Balls. Now, Quick Balls are at their most powerful at the absolute start of a battle. So, what we're going to do, guys, is we're going to throw a Quick Ball on our first turn and see if we can't snag ourselves a legendary Pokemon in one Pokeball. So, Giratina, get in my balls! 1, 2. Ooh, okay. I got my pulse started going up there. All right, so Giratina has opted to use Dragon Claw, which I don't mind in the least bit. Dang, that's through an Intimidate. Look at that damage. That was nearly half. Again, through an Intimidate. I think Warbeak's faster than a Giratina. It's kind of a gamble, but we're going to go for it. Yes, okay, good job. Oh, Warbeak. Oh, thank you. You're so good. Oh, okay. All right, Giratina's playing us like a fool. So, as you can see, Giratina attempted to use Shadow Force. Now, Shadow Force is a Giratina exclusive move, again, for the current generation. Shadow Force, as you can see, it is a 2-turn move, kind of like Fly is, that we're using. But, oh my gosh, that did nothing! Oh, this Ancient Power is going to hurt really bad. But it's a 2-turn move, much like, oh gosh, Warbeak, I'm sorry, you did good. You did what you needed to. But it is a Ghost type move, and it will get through stuff like Protect, Detect, I believe Reflect and Light Screen, and it might get through Substitute too. I'll have to check on that. But use next Pokemon or flee. We're not gonna flee. Who do you think we are? We're high rollers. That's what we are. All right, you're in charge. Tannenbaum. Say hello to the debut of Tannenbaum. Now, this is a risky move. So Snow Warning is whipping up Hail. I'm wanting to use that to my advantage. All right, because I know, as you can see, that did like 0 damage. A Fly from Warbeak, Stab Fly, did like nothing. Like that's barely, that's probably over a quarter, but not even, I don't think, a third of Giratina's health. So I want the hail damage for chip damage. Now, this is a high risk, high reward strategy because we will constantly, even if we don't attack in a turn, Giratina is still going to be getting hit by hail, so its HP is going to go down. However, if we overdo it and we don't end up catching Giratina, that hail can actually, you know, KO Giratina before we have a chance to actually catch it, which would be absolutely disastrous. So we do have Ice Shard though, and I trust in Tannenbaum. Tannenbaum's probably going to be able, might be able to take one Ancient Power, but I mean, that remains to be seen. Ice Shard, so we're guaranteed to, you know, go first because we got priority. And let's go get him with the High Roller Tannenbaum. All right, let's see how much this Ice Shard does. Now, it is super effective, and Tannenbaum, honestly, Tannenbaum's attack, it's another mixed attacker, but I feel, oh my gosh, that did nothing. That was super effective, and it did nothing. Okay, and then Giratina is going to vanish. What do we want to do? Oh, well, look at that. So Giratina can be buffeted by hail while using Shadow Force. Now, something to make note of, Giratina, while Giratina is using Shadow Force, you actually cannot throw a Pokeball at it, which is rather interesting. Let's see here. I'm going to use Ingrain, since Shadow Force, if we used Ice Shard, we wouldn't even hit anything, and any other move other than Ice Shard is going to, you know, go after Giratina. Now, Ingrain's not going to do too much. I mean, you saw the damage that thing did to us. I mean, jeez, oh man, this Giratina is a monster to deal with. But Tannenbaum is thick enough to survive. So I got great faith in Tannenbaum. May as well recover a little bit of HP. It's probably not going to matter in the long run. We'll get those nutrients through our roots. We're going to Ice Shard again because I know this isn't going to do like anything to Giratina, but it is going to whittle Giratina down to a HP level. Uh-oh. 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 Oh, no. Oh, no, Tannenbaum, what have you done? No, please. Oh, the humanity. Tannenbaum killed Giratina. Oh, no. Oh. I'll be right back, guys. Okay, guys, we're back. I saved right here in between episodes, right next to Cynthia, so we didn't actually lose any progress. But, oh my gosh, Tannenbaum, I love you to death, but jeez, you gotta chill it. But that's Tannenbaum. She is high risk, high reward. Let's go approach Giratina once more. Oh my gosh. That probably looked terrifying too, because I didn't save. Obviously, I didn't save in front of Giratina because I had already saved, you know, back, you know, near Cynthia, so it didn't really matter. But oh my goodness, that must have. I hope I hope none of you had heart attacks when you saw me absolutely demolish Giratina. Oh, Tannenbaum. What a premiere. What a premiere for Tannenbaum. Like, that's brilliant. That tells you everything you need to know about Tannenbaum right there. Comes in, high roller, whips up a blizzard, destroys a legendary Pokemon, refuses to elaborate, and leaves. Makes us pull a Dialga and reset time. That is how crazy Tannenbaum is. All right, so let's try this one more time. Take 2 with the epic music and the splash screen. Oh my gosh. Oh, that was brilliant. All right, the Distortion World's Giratina has appeared once again. Let's go, Warbeak. Same strategy as last time. We're going to intimidate Giratina, and then we are going to immediately chuck a quick ball at it. You know what? Granted, it was so funny that Tannenbaum comes in, gets a crit, kills Giratina, which is kind of crazy, but it took all of like the pressure off. So it's a lot more of a calm situation than it was the first time we encountered Giratina. All right, and okay, it's gonna pop out of the quick ball. I could have guessed as much. All right, Giratina vanishing instantly, which of course means it's going to be using Shadow Force. We're gonna fly. Not that Giratina is actually going to do any damage with Shadow Force, but that just kind of gives us the ability to, you know, land a nice strong hit on Giratina and then get another one with Warbeak, whom I trust quite a bit more to deal a little bit of damage and not kill our opponent. Ooh, boy. Tannenbaum lives up to her name. She's a loose cannon. We're going to have to keep an eye on her. That was so cool. I gotta tell you what. All right, Ancient Power. I'll tell you what. Since we are going to live one of these, no boost. Okay, because that's actually something you got to deal with. Giratina, Ancient Power may seem weird, but if you think about it, it's got Ancient Power and Ominous Wind. So this Giratina is looking to boost its stats up. Like, trying to guarantee some sort of stat, like Omni boost, which is actually terrifying. But hey, the more we can make Ancient Power miss, the better for the rest of our team, because we got a lot of weaknesses to deal with here. And oh my gosh! Because Warbeak has the Razor Fang. Warbeak, oh, you coming in clutch, girl? Look at that! Oh, I completely forgot I put this thing on her, and she made Giratina flinch because of the Razor Fang. I was so confused there for a second. I thought my game was bugging out or something. But speaking of bugging out, we're going to stop doing that, and we are going to throw another Pokeball at it. Now that we're in a few turns, Quick Ball's not as effective anymore, so it's really not worth it. However, we do have these Dusk Balls, and I believe the Distortion World counts as like a cavern or a dark area, I suppose. Either or. We're going to start chucking Dusk Balls at it. Because I don't know. Even if it's not, I feel like a Dusk Ball is very fitting for Giratina. So we're going to throw another one. Giratina, get in my balls! And stay in there this time. Okay. Okay. No, it's cool. Okay. Go ahead. Vanish instantly. Shadow Force. Let's see what I care. Right now, so because Giratina is using Shadow Force, like I said before, you cannot actually throw a Pokeball at a Pokemon who is using a move like Shadow Force. So in the meantime, we're just going to heal up, throw a Hyper Potion to Warbeak, because we're not going to be touched by this move. And I mean, Warbeak has more than earned, that Hyper Potion to stay alive. Doesn't affect Warbeak. That's again why we threw her out here. And we are going to throw another Dusk Ball at him. So this one for sure, Giratina is going to stay in. It's easy. I don't even have to watch. But I do hear, so I heard Giratina breaking free almost immediately. But what are you gonna do? And nice Warbeak. We're gonna throw we are at that point where we can just throw Dusk Balls at it. I think Giratina is at a reasonable enough amount of HP that we can start doing this. Hey, Giratina, if you want to keep using those moves, not the brightest Mon in the party, I must say, but you know, if you want to keep using that, I'm not going to complain. I'm going to throw another Dusk Ball. Now, there are some good strategies to catching legendaries, which I brought none. If anything, I brought anti-legendary catching strategies. My team is equipped to kill and nothing else. And particularly, you know, something like whipping up a sandstorm or hail is not ideal in these situations because legendaries, as you can see, they're hard to catch. They're supposed to be. So if they're getting constant chip damage, you're more than likely than not going to KO a legendary Pokemon. Now, some things to make catching legendary Pokemon easier is to status them. If you can, the strategy is to either paralyze or put them to sleep. Freeze if you can. I don't know how you would guarantee that though. But if you can paralyze them, that's really good. That increases their catch rate. That increases their catch rate. And if you can put them to sleep, all the better, because then not only are they easier to catch, but they also won't be, you know, dishing out massive amounts of damage, because legendary Pokemon are usually quite powerful. Giratina is no exception. It's just Giratina may be smart. Giratina's got all brains, no brawn. It keeps trying to use, you know, moves that do not affect Warbeak in the least bit. So we're just going to keep throwing Pokeballs at it. But if you can do that, there are certain moves that are very good for catching legendary Pokemon. Now, this example doesn't necessarily work for Giratina, but if you teach a Pokemon False Swipe, and False Swipe is a really good move for catching Pokemon because it will never KO a Pokemon. The best it can do is leave a Pokemon at 1 HP, which is going to be your best bet to, you know, leave a Pokemon at 1 HP, paralyze it, put it to sleep, and then start chucking Pokeballs at it. That's definitely going to be your best bet for catching Pokemon. With us, though, we're just kind of, you know, we're just going in. We're just going in blind, basically. We've got a bunch of strong Pokemon that are designed to wipe out other Pokemon as quickly as possible. Not a whole ton of stalling tactics, but you know what? Warbeak, you did your job. I'm so proud of you. That flinch was so clutch. Of course, we're going to use our next Pokemon. We're going to throw Autumn out there, the tank, so we can tank a few moves. We don't have Drapion with us, which is a little unfortunate. I think Drapion probably, in hindsight, would have done really well. But, you know, we wanted to have Tannenbaum with us, all right? Tannenbaum's now fully evolved. She's doing her thing. We got to premiere her against the Battle of Legendary Pokemon. And what did she do? She did exactly what we raised her to do. Kill. And kill she did. We should be able to tank this pretty well, particularly through... Oh my golly. That almost did half. And recall, this is an intimidated Giratina who has not had the opportunity to, you know, get its stats back, whether using Ominous Wind or Ancient Power. So, but Giratina is proving to be quite difficult, if I do say so. And Ancient Power, this isn't going to do too much, but this might give an Omni Boost. Okay, no, we're still looking good. What do I want to do? You know what? I think I know what the problem was. We've been throwing Dusk Balls and Quick Balls at Giratina, whereas Giratina surely deserves a Luxury Ball. So, we're going to throw a Luxury Ball. It's going to make the Pokemon quickly grow friendly. That's so funny. He's like, yeah, we're best pals with the, you know, Pokemon Saint. No big deal. Let's throw the Luxury Ball. Oh, it'd be so cool if we caught Giratina in the Luxury Ball. It's all right. Wishful thinking. But there's no better Pokemon, I would say, to get the Luxury Ball than Giratina in just such an instance. While Giratina is using Shadow Force, I wonder where Giratina goes when he uses Shadow Force. Like, because, like, your assumption would be, like, you know, to use Shadow Force, it would go into, like, the Distortion World and then pop out somewhere else in the real world. But if we're in the Distortion World, does it pop out into the real world, scare a bunch of people, and then come in and smack our Pokemon? And I guess by that logic, we could technically use Shadow Force ourselves because we've got, like, the underground. So, like, you know, we could go underground and then run to a different spot, pop back up from the underground and then smack it. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. We're trying to catch Giratina, okay? Like let's be a little more on task, I suppose. At this point in time, I believe that timer balls are probably looking pretty good. I mean, I know we haven't had like the full amount of time, but they're getting stronger as each turn passes. So we are going to use the timer ball and see if this will work. Dialga would be proud of us. Let's see if the power of Dialga can capture Giratina. I guess not. Okay, another Shadow Force. That, you guys know what that means. That means another Hyper Potion for Autumn. All right. Hopefully this one's, like cherry flavored or something. Something that Autumn would really appreciate. We're going to restore Autumn back up. And Autumn's just content to sit here and take hits, sitting there smiling. We got the happiest Pokemon in the world facing down Pokemon Satan and just tanking hits, hit after hit after hit. And aw, we were so close to having another 69 HP, which would have been pretty funny. All right, how about another timer ball? Is it time yet? Is it? Yes? Giratina? Maybe? You want to go? Okay. Maybe it's not time to use the timer ball yet. Dragon Claw. We might be going down to this. It's not looking good for poor old Autumn here. Oh, and it's a crit too. Okay, that was unnecessary. All right. Actually, it might have been necessary. Autumn's a beast. Let's throw out Zuko. And you know what? Since timer balls are not necessarily ready yet, they're not done cooking. We're gonna leave them in the oven a little bit. Let's go crazy, guys. All right. Let's start out with a nest ball, maybe. Maybe getting the nest ball works well on weaker Pokemon. No, okay, obviously not. The mighty Giratina is too strong for a nest ball. Of course it is. All right, and hey, you know what? Zuko tanked that pretty well, I must say. Then we got a net ball here. Let's see if we can't catch Giratina. The net ball. All right. Do you feel at home in the net ball? No. Okay, definitely not. All right. Again, we're just kind of piddling around here until our timer balls are ready to go. I was gonna say we should survive another one of that. Zuko tanked that last one really, really well. We're gonna use a Hyper Potion on him since I mean Zuko has been able to tank those hits better than I think than any other of our Mons at this point, honestly. So let's heal him up, make him tank another hit here. Okay, Dragon Claw, not bad. That gives us an opportunity to throw another Pokeball. Yeah, okay, good. Barring a crit, of course. We're not using our Master Ball. Quit asking. How about a Heal Ball, huh? That honestly, like, as much crap as I've given Heal Balls, if we catch Giratina in a Heal Ball, okay, it shook. And that had me shook. Because none of our other Pokeballs have shaken since, like, the Quick Ball. And if that Heal Ball was going to catch Giratina, pretty crazy. All right, so let's throw our last Heal Ball out here, and then we'll hop back to Timer Balls. Why are the Heal Balls the effective ones, okay? That's not cool. Zuko's going to go down here, but that's okay. You have served honorably. You've done what you needed to. You've made your party proud, Zuko. And of course, we're going to use the next Pokemon. We're going to throw Maytag out here. We can't throw Tannenbaum out here at this point because the hail would actually kill Giratina, and that would be most unfortunate. Maybe we've run Giratina out of Ghost-type moves. We'll see. But we're going to use the Timer Ball. Should be more effective at this point in time. And, well, here's the hoping. Okay. All right. No, it's cool. It's cool. It's just a stupid Giratina. I don't want Giratina on my team anyway. I wouldn't want such a crappy shadow of a Pokemon from the Distortion World to join my team or anything. That would be stupid. Okay, reverse psychology is not working. We are dangerously close to a B-barrel situation here. All right, I'm not happy about that. Come on, Giratina. You know you want to come with us. We solved your puzzle. We stopped Cyrus. Our goals align. Our goals align. We want to work together. Let's go! The tease. Oh, I thought we had it that time too. But hey, the whole collaborative effort thing seems like it worked pretty well. All right, Giratina. I didn't want to have to do this. I thought maybe we could get you to come along with us the easy way. But now, you have chosen the way of pain. Say hello to Hubris. All right, and while Hubris is out there being all intimidating and cool, let me see. No, I'm going to save those. We do have some max revives, but I'm going to save those for the sake of revives. Let's heal up Zuko again. Again, Zuko was tanking hits like it was nobody's business, so I'm not going to complain. Okay, it's Hubris, you did your job. And everybody, round of applause for Hubris getting his inaugural sacrificial pawn play. I'm so proud of you. Hopefully we can catch Giratina in the next Pokeball so we can honor Hubris' sacrifice. His noble sacrifice for the team. Such is the position of the HM slave, but again, it's not without merit. I love Hubris. I'm so glad we have Pokemon to be able to, switch into and, be a bullet sponge. I know that sounds horrible, but it's good that we have that because it gives us the ability to revive our good Pokemon. Oh gosh, I could have phrased that way better. I shouldn't hate on Hubris like that. He's just here doing his job. He does his job without fail, and as an HM slave, he uses his moves in the field. We couldn't have gotten here without Hubris, that's for sure, because we had to do those silly strength puzzles that Giratina sets up. I don't know why Giratina likes to set up strength puzzles as the test in the Distortion World, but here we are. All right, gonna hit Zuko with that Hyper Potion. It looks like Giratina's almost entirely out of moves except for Dragon Claw, because it's been using Dragon Claws exclusively for a while now. Speak of the devil. Okay, Giratina's hit with a recoil. All right, we'll be right back. At least it wasn't our fault that Giratina died this time. Think fast, Chuckle Nuts. Oh, it worked. Okay. Oh, okay. I cannot believe it happened. This is only like our 7th or 8th try. Honestly, that wasn't too bad. I was expecting a whole heck of a lot more. But anyway, you're not gonna catch me complaining. Say hello to Giratina, the renegade Pokemon. It was banished for its violence. It silently gazed upon the old world from the Distortion World. It was banished. Okay, first of all, for its violence. Again, this is a Pokemon game. And secondly, that's interesting. What on earth could banish Giratina if Giratina is one of the things that holds, the fabric of the universe together? So, must be something stronger than Giratina out there. And a nickname to Giratina? I'm thinking no. We're not gonna be using Giratina, so it is what it is. Giratina seems to have understood us. That Pokemon. Oh, you're still here? That shadowy Pokemon was captured? Yeah, by a 10-year-old. What are you gonna do about it? Your doing so means this irrational world will remain in existence. Yeah, darn. Sucks to be you then, I suppose. Does that make it impossible for me to create a new world? Even if I made new red chains, the new world can't be made. Why? What compels you to protect the two worlds? Well, I mean, this world's cool and everything, but it's really the other one that I'm kind of focused on, I suppose. Is spirit a vague and incomplete thing so important to you? Well, I mean, Cynthia is in this world, so there. Okay, that's neither here nor there. The places we are born, the time we spend living, the languages we speak. We are all different, but the presence of Pokemon unites us. We share our lives with our Pokemon, and our happiness grows as we all become greater than we were alone. That is why we can battle and trade with anyone we choose. Silence! It was you speaking, bro. Man was on the verge of enlightenment, and then he silenced himself. Enough of your blathering. Oh, wait, no, that was Cynthia saying it, wasn't it? So stupid. Oh, man. Cynthia was laying down logic, and I thought it was Cyrus. That's how you justify spirit as something worthwhile? That is merely humans hoping, deluding themselves that they are happy and safe. The emotions roiling inside me, rage, hatred, frustration, these ugly emotions arise because of my own incomplete spirit. Enough. We will never see eye to eye. This, I promise you, I will break the secrets of the world. With that knowledge, I will create my complete and perfect world. One day, you will awaken to a world of my creation. A world without spirit. Again, are we just going to let him run off after saying that? Whatever. Since there is sadness, we can feel joy. When there's anger, compassion is born. Let's go back home. The portal where Giratina was should lead back to our world. Giratina was written in legend as a being on the other side of our world. It stands to reason that it has a link to the other side. Maybe a link to the past? Okay, I'll go. All right, yes, let us leap into another mysterious portal because it has not gone horrifically wrong so far. So, this place, what is this place? It's the Send-Off Spring. It's said to somehow lead to the great beyond. From beyond the beyond. And Giratina was said to live in a world opposite side of ours. Oh, I'm sincerely sorry. It's very rude of me. Jake, you're incredible. You're a really fantastic trainer. Wow, you say it like that. Let me say this on behalf of all Sinnoh. Jake, thank you. Oh, that's right. I have to go tell Prof. Rowan. What? This ain't about him. What do you need to go tell him stuff for? I'm right here. He was very worried about you. You should visit him at his lab. All right. And with that, guys, okay, there's a cave or something here, but Cynthia's blocking our path there. And we are at Send-Off Spring, which I don't rightfully know where it actually is. So let's bust out the... I was very, very, very wrong about how often we were going to be using this map. I'll tell you what. Yeah, so here we are, next to Route 214. So we're right next to the Valor Lakefront. We are here in Send-Off Spring, so that gives you any indication to where we are. But with that, guys, that took a hot minute. I'll tell you what, fighting Giratina a bunch of times, I can cut around to it so, it's a more palatable viewing experience, but my goodness, did that take some time. So we're going to end it off right there, guys. So if you liked what you saw, go ahead and smash that subscribe button, like, dislike, whatever you're feeling like. And until next time, I will catch you later. So, what I was saying before... running in the doors. Running, here's some more. Running in the doors. Running indoors. Pokemon Gen 4. Pikachu?